Doctor Who Series 11, Episode 8, titled The Witchfinders. And this episode, I really enjoyed. This is a damn good episode, because what this episode is, it kind of goes back to those first three episodes, where it's a lot of character stuff, a lot of character building, a lot of character development. And it is a type of episode where you are dealing with a really dark subject of history, definitely British in England, which is history, which is witch trials, and the whole thing of like, hey, if people out of fear don't understand something, they can just point to someone and say, "You're a witch, burn her, or dunk her, kill her," and it's exploring that way. And yes, this episode does get dark in times, but there's still that level of lightness and a sense of I don't want to say joy, but a sense of like, it's still Doctor Who. The Doctor's still going to be the Doctor, and the companions are still going to act like the companions. And the whole thing of like, hey, we're in the in a sense of history. Let's have the Doctor and the companions meet King James the First, and it's played by Alan Cummings. King James is played by Alan Cummings, and he plays pretty well. I mean, basically, is Alan Cummings playing Alan Cummings, playing King James the First, because King James is very, like, you say, the world, darling, and very like royal, typical royal speech of calling people darlings and stuff on those lines. I was like, you know what? I guess what? I really enjoyed the performance. I really did, and it's that. And here's the thing: the monster of the week of this episode was frightening. It was gripping. The designs of them are very well done, and they do also explore. Like, here's the thing: when I know I am going to mention this, and a lot of people, on episode 8 can please move on, but I will say this. When they announce the Doctor being a woman, the new Doctor at the time is going to be played by a woman, I said to myself, that is a good way to having narrative opportunities. That, hey, guess what? There's certain points in time that a woman was not allowed to do A, B, and C, and D, or were like, poppycock, pusha, a woman would be the leader, at that certain time period. And this episode is showing that. And of course, the Doctor's very frustrating, because she's like, if I was still a bloke, I would, I could just walk down and do everything, and no one would question it. And it's just showing the times. It's just showing the time frame and the time period. But of course, the moment you even, tap on it, on any sort of subject, that, hey, people get like, oh, it's SAW, and SAW, it's SAW. No, it's a part of history, and that's how it is. And this is an episode that kind of shows it pretty well. And I love when the Doctor's just whipped. This not yell, but more like anger. Calling like people, calling these people who are doing the witch trials like murderers and stuff on those lines. And spoiler alert, I think it was kind of obvious that it was safe to say that the Doctor would be, witch would be trialed as a witch, because it's just one of those things where she has a magic wand, and she has this, and she has that, and also thank goodness they didn't make, like, let's make a Harry Potter reference, let's do this, let's do that, because I think I think realistically that's what someone would do, a suave Harry Potter to someone, back in the 19, like the 10th century, that could be funny, but they didn't went to Game of Thrones, they didn't do anything, they didn't jump to references, which is kind of good, because that there's a fear that if you start referencing stuff, you are going to just make it out of place and jaded and feel like, okay, you're just doing it for the sake of it. But this episode, quite enjoy. And it's weird that, we only got 2 episodes left.